All right, time to take a look at some of the business stories that we're following in. One of them is going to interest drivers here in BC because the price of gas could be going up as a pipeline battle continues. Tyler Orton with Business in Vancouver is joining us now. And Tyler, this all has to do with threats from Alberta.
Yeah, they are introducing legislation Tuesday that would restrict oil flows to British Columbia. So we have a better picture now of what Alberta meant when it said it was going to introduce serious economic measures to, I guess, punish BC for its involvement here with this battle over Kinder Morgan. The issue here in British Columbia, though, is that we rely very much on refineries from Alberta as well as Washington State. However, we don't have enough access to Washington State refineries to mitigate whatever costs we'd get from higher oil prices that would come from a lower flow coming in. This would hit us at the pumps here. Gasoline costs for British Columbians already amongst the highest in Canada. So it's clearly designed to touch a sore spot for those here on the West Coast. Premier John Horgan says that he's surprised and concerned by this move. We know what the positions are of all the players here. Kinder Morgan shareholders just came out with support for their plan to implement this May 31st deadline. We know that Alberta is introducing this legislation. BC is not supporting the Kinder Morgan pipeline. This is why all eyes are going to be on Ottawa to take up a leadership role in this debate that's going on right now. So keep our eyes on anything that Justin Trudeau might be saying going forward, because I think that's going to be the key player moving forward ahead with this big debate going on.
All right. Tyler, also lots of conversation about Mark Zuckerberg testifying before U.S. Congress yesterday, and I understand that his testimony actually helped out the company.
Yeah, it's interesting because he did get some mixed reviews from people before his testimony regarding the data breaches, but shareholders did not feel so mixed. The company's shares actually shot up by more than 5% by the close of markets on Tuesday. That's actually the biggest daily gain that the social media giant has seen in nearly 2 years. The reason why, though, is that Mark Zuckerberg, he was quashing all these calls for among senators to regulate Facebook. He apologized for any misuse, and he promised to fight election meddling in the future, but he did not commit the social media giant to fundamentally changing its business model. That said, senators on both sides of the aisle, they made it clear that they don't exactly trust Facebook to self-regulate. So despite Mark Zuckerberg's performance, I would be surprised if Congress does not somehow begin regulating it further down the road. Mark Zuckerberg, he will resume his testimony today. It's his last day before Congress. It'll be an interesting one. I think yesterday we really spelled out all the big issues going forward with the company, as well as how it really conflicts with U.S. lawmakers.
All right. We will be watching for that. Tyler, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Sonia.